brief introduction. Got me? Alright, here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we're interviewing Jessica Merriman. She is the founder of MomoCon, and this year for 2010. We're going to get some background on MomoCon, background on herself, and also see what the future is for MomoCon. Let's get started. So, Jessica, tell us how this all got started.
Well, in 2004, we participated at a convention called TechwoodCon, which was a revival of a convention 10 years before, where pretty much in the crappy Techwood dorms, they took as much money as they could from the Student Government Association and had a big party.
Okay.
So a group of people revived that, and I actually was pretty integral in helping with it in 2004. And they decided to take it to a different direction in 2005 and start charging for it and things like that. So I was president of the anime club at Georgia Tech, Anime Otaku at the time. And we stopped our support for them because we weren't happy with the direction, so we started MomoCon. Momo means peach in Japanese.
Oh, cool.
And the guy who named it has never actually been to MomoCon, which is really funny. He's a friend of mine.
That's dedication right there. So, tell us about what made you decide to make this, because it's known as the free con. So, what made you decide that?
We did a free con for TechwoodCon. We get the rooms in the Student Center for very cheap compared to a hotel. So we didn't have a lot of upfront cost. It was very small at first. It was easy to manage at first. I should say at first.
So let's fast forward to 2010. What are the situations you can deal with now?
Attendance cap. We have an attendance cap of 7,000 attendees per day, which we've already reached today. People can still hang out and do outside stuff, which is really nice because it's beautiful outside.
Right.
And we have a set of Sunday badges that will be available tomorrow because we usually have a drop-off. So we'll have more than 7,000 unique attendees. We just won't have them all on the same day.
So in 2004, what was the highest number you guys had?
700. Our first MomoCon was 2005. At TechwoodCon in 2004 we had 175 people, but I only had a month's worth of advertising.
Wow.
At MomoCon 2005 we had 750.
So you went from 750 to now 7,000. That is amazing. That's a great success right there.
It's pretty good.
So what do you see you guys going for the future?
We're looking at venues to move to. Ideally, if we can get it confirmed, it's very, 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 very unconfirmed is my disclaimer. We're looking to try to get the Georgia Tech Hotel and the management building and part of what's called the Tech Square Research Building, which would be significantly more space than we have now, attached to a hotel so we could run events later, and with a much bigger dealer's room and bigger event rooms, like bigger panel rooms. There's bigger classrooms than this in there.
Good.
So.
Do you feel that Georgia Tech's been a really good supporter of MomoCon?
On again, off again, because we have incredibly good support from the Student Center, from the Alumni Association. We've recently begun working with them, and they've been fantastic. Unfortunately, it's very difficult for us to reserve buildings. The way the bureaucracy is set up, it's incredibly hard, which is why we're having growth problems here, because we can't reserve adjacent buildings because of seemingly largely arbitrary reasons. I could be completely wrong, but seemingly arbitrary reasons.
I see. So what advice would you give to someone who's planning on starting their own convention?
Start free the first year. Don't do it. That's probably the best advice. Don't do it. Now, if you can do it on a college campus and keep it free, or if you can keep your costs low, this is the best thing you can do. You don't want to jump into a hotel. You want to incorporate it into an LCC or something like that immediately, because you don't want to be stuck with a check.
I see. So when you guys go out and you start picking your guests, who pretty much decides who's coming out and what importance they have on the con?
Well, when we first started doing the show, I didn't have a guest liaison for the first year, but I had one for the second year, and now I have a really, 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 really good one from the halfway through the second year onward. And what we used to do is go out and things we liked, comics we read, stuff like that, basically look up if they were local, because we can't pay for guests to fly out. So we steered away from people like voice actors and directors and all that, because we can't. It's not right of us to ask them to come out and not be able to pay it.
Right.
It's very inconsiderate. So we went for local guests, and we wound up with a whole lot of webcomic people the first year. That really characterized the first couple years. Since we've been growing, we've grown into some hugely popular prop guests that are incredibly talented. A couple of bands, and really now it's at the point where people in the community come to us, which is good. Not entirely, but we still seek some people out. But a lot of them come to us.
Do you think the fan base has improved thanks to the local artists and so on and so forth? Do you think the communication, beneficial support?
Oh, community built this convention, hands down. If without word of mouth, there would be no convention. So, yeah.
And what means did you go about trying to advertise for your con? Like, what all did you start off doing, and what do you do now?
At every local con, we have either a fan, right? Well, it's the same thing now as it was then. It's just even bigger now. One of the things I'm really proud about the con is that we never let up. We never think that it's good enough. We never think that we're helping enough people. We never think that we're entertaining enough people. It's always not necessarily bigger, but better.
Okay.
So, from the day one, we've gone to every local con. We've had fan tables or dealer tables. We actually started doing dealer tables at local shows, selling DVDs and manga.
Okay. Off the top of your head, because our show is about comedy, what are some of the funniest things you've seen happen at the convention?
I don't know if I can say this on camera.
Oh, yes, you can, especially with my show.
No, I really don't think I can say this on camera.
Wait. Does it hit past grade level 5? Because if it's past 5, then we can't talk about it.
Let me not tell that story.
Okay.
I'll tell you off camera in a second. Let me tell you a different. I don't know. I can't tell you that story either. There's a lot of funny stuff that I really can't talk about on camera.
Well, it being the con business, I wouldn't doubt that. So let's see. Try to sugarcoat the best one you can.
Yeah. No. This isn't particularly funny, but it gave me a sublime sense of satisfaction.
Okay.
We had a 30-year-old man come to the convention. It was described to me. I wasn't actually there. I wish I
was. I'm already scared.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Who brought a live steel katana and was swinging it around in a crowded group of people.
Yes.
So naturally, since we don't allow bladed weapons to begin with, certainly not swinging them around. We don't even allow wooden weapons to be swung around. So my security staffer goes, pulls his badge, and is going to escort him to his car. He starts crying, just full out crying. Okay, and he's like, I drove all the way from this far off state, and my security staffer looks at him, and he says, I hope you enjoy your drive back.
Just the simplicity of being a bouncer is fantastic.
Pretty satisfying.
That is great. I personally would have loved to sat there and ate popcorn as I saw it happen. But that's just me. You know my sense of humor. Well, folks, once again, this is Big Daddy Dragon from Messed Up Anime, and this is Jessica Merriman from MomoCon. We will be seeing you next year.
Awesome.
And get used to seeing us a lot. And thanks again, guys. Tune in next time.